Hi, today I'm here to talk to you about painting the interior of your RV. Hi, I'm here today to talk to you about painting the interior of your motorhome. For us, we started out the process by removing all of the wallpaper. There is a video on that if you want to check it out. For this segment though, we're going to jump right into the painting process, which starts with prep work. And no ifs, ands, or buts about it, prep work kind of sucks. However, it is a necessity. So in this case, we started the process by sanding. We used a coarse grit for our initial sanding on the walls and the cabinets, and then we used a fine grit for the walls and the cabinets. I do encourage you to invest in a hand sander. It'll make the process go by a lot faster and will give your poor little arm a break. Okay, so now you're done with the sanding, and now it's time for taping. Taping, there's no way that you're going to be perfect with the taping. So just know that at the end of the day, at the end of the process, you're going to have to do some touch-up painting anyway, and be secure with that, and you'll be fine. I also encourage you to use the thicker tape. I just found that not only this 3M tape stuck better to the wall, but I needed the additional space here for the mistakes that I made. So I encourage you to use a thicker tape. I've also read that the better the tape, the better results you get. So, AKA expensive tape. And maybe that's the case. I just chose the wider tape. In our research, we found that most people did a sanding, then a primer, 2 coats of primer typically, and then paint, also typically 2 coats. We went to Home Depot and they advised us on a primer and paint combo. We really weren't sure about that, so we went to Sherwin-Williams, explained again what we were painting and what we were looking to do, and they too recommended a paint and primer combo. So that is what we ended up going with. We chose the Emerald brand mainly. Well, it was one of the top of the line paints, and also it came in quart sizes, so I wouldn't feel like I always had to buy a gallon of paint if that's not what I needed. For the paint colors, we decided to go with a Mindful Gray, which is a light gray on the walls, and we used a matte finish. And for the cabinets, we used Snowbound White on the upper and Thunder Gray on the lower, both semi-gloss. As for the brushes, so what didn't work for us is the high density foam. It really just didn't hold on to the paint well enough. And what you're looking to do is really slap up that paint in as thick of a coat. We also didn't find that the microfiber brushes, same deal, but better results than the foam, but still not quite what we were looking for. What we ended up going with is, you can see this guy, it's a half-inch nap, so it's got a lot of sturdiness to hold on to that paint. This is the 6-inch. We used this on the walls. This is a 1/4-inch nap. This guy is made for semi-smooth to semi-rough surfaces. While this guy and this guy are both used for smooth surfaces. They both have a 1/4-inch nap. This is the 4-inch size, and this is the 3-inch size. I found this primarily to be useful on all the cabinets, and this was highly useful in both the walls and the cabinets to get into the smaller areas. Also used a 2-inch brush to do all of the edging work. I went through a couple of those, so clean them properly and they will last longer. I also found this guy to be more useful than, say, this tray. You're working in a small amount of space, so consider the tools that are going to be most useful and take up the least amount of room. So this also has plastic sleeves in and out, and I definitely used this guy the most. I also found this one to be incredibly useful, especially for the smaller work. All right, so now on for the process. As I mentioned earlier, we started out with sanding. We did a coarse sand first, and then a fine sand afterwards. We used an air compressor to get all of the dust out of the nooks and crannies and off the wall. And then it was on for the painting. We did 2 coats of paint, and then we did another light sanding, air compressor again, and then they received a 3rd and final coat. The bedroom actually has 4 coats of paint on the walls because we didn't realize how important the nap and how well the brush would hold on to the paint was until after we worked through 1 coat of paint in the bedroom. Learn from our mistakes. So for this process, we used this same process on the walls, the cabinets, the drawers, and the doors. It turned out really great. We're super happy with the results. I'm going to take you on a little tour to show you where we're at with everything. Also, you'll notice that all of the hardware has been refurbished, and my husband is going to show you that process.
The original hardware for all the cabinets in the rig was a brass antique finish, which really wasn't going to work for us. So initially we looked into replacing all the hardware until we realized how much there was and how expensive it would be to do that. So we decided we were going to have to make the original hardware work. So what I did was I got some just regular sheets of sandpaper, really fine grit, 320 grit, and I sanded down all the individual pieces of hardware by hand. And then I just soaked everything in a bucket with some dish detergent, then rinsed everything off. And then I put all the handles and knobs out on a scrap piece of board, and I hung all the hinges up on some string. And then I used a Rust-Oleum product and spray painted everything down. I just followed the directions on the can. I gave everything a good 3 coats, let everything dry, and so far everything's worked out great.
All right, let's go on that tour. Entering into the living space. Actually, those 2 chairs are the driver's side and passenger chairs. The next step in our process is to install the flooring. There will be a video on that. As you'll see, the walls are a beautiful mindful gray. And the upper cabinets are snowbound white. Lower cabinets are thunder gray. And you can see that beautiful backsplash that we installed. We're actually going to extend that backsplash up the side of the refrigerator. I think it'll make it a more complete look. All right, we're walking back into the bathroom area where you can see that we extended that backsplash. Really happy with how that turned out and bringing that color into another space. Oh, da, 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 da. What's that on the bed? Why, yes, that is the flooring. As I said, that's coming up next, so stay tuned. Well, that concludes our video on painting the interior of your motorhome. I hope that you found this to be useful and maybe even mildly entertaining. Thanks again for joining us. Till next time.